Finger there. Go with them, go with them, go with them. Watch out. Go with them, go with them, go.
Move now. Keep going. Thank you. You're about to get less lethal. Get back.
I'm moving.
Go. Hey. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold. Hey, get the fuck. Move.
Intense flames in the hills near Los Angeles, California, as wildfires continue to spread. This fire broke out overnight when embers flew into the air, came this direction, and landed on the hillside, starting these new pop-up fires. Firefighters want to get it out as quickly as they can before it can damage homes like this one. Homes here now at risk.
There's the flames right there, and it's just kind of surreal. Bruce
Blackwell lives near the base of the hillside. Along with his dog, he waits in his pickup truck as firefighters battle the blaze.
Well, that's a bit of comfort right there. Two more. Another one right here, you know. I think there's enough manpower there to do what they have to do.
Up in the hills, there are pockets of fire and thick smoke. Crews are working on the ground and in the air, using helicopters to drop water directly onto the flames. The fire is still burning intensely. It's destroyed several vehicles, several buildings. Trees are still on fire. But the firefighters worked throughout the night to stop the fire right here. This was the line, and they were able to stop the fire here and prevent it from spreading into these groves, keeping the homes behind it safe.
Fire came across that ridge, hot and heavy. It moved down into this community of Shepherd Mesa. What you see behind you is really unfortunate, but if you turn around and see what these guys saved last night, what they did last night was amazing. They saved this entire community.
This is one of several fires raging throughout Southern California. More than 4,000 firefighters are battling this blaze alone, more than 8,000 fighting all the fires.
We've been up, I'm at 29 hours straight every other day. Everybody on this division is at 28, 29 hours, so we're exhausted, but they're not coming off till this is done.
Winds are expected to die down Sunday evening. Firefighters hope that will give them the break they need to bring these fires under control. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Carpinteria, California.
In the end, all of the G7 members signed off on a final communique. There's precedence for that, but here it wasn't a given.
Basically said to her, I have this adventure series called Allison's Adventures, and I'm looking for someone to help me film around the world. Do you want to take off in about 2 weeks? I didn't know her at all. It could have been a complete disaster, and luckily it wasn't.
Well, I'm Lauren Acosta. I'm from Barranquilla, Colombia.
I never realized that I wanted to be an illustrator. It was something like very natural.
We've seen estimates upwards of 30 to 40% of all jobs in the state.
One White House official said Derek's decision was probably the right choice. And while it did put out one fire, over in the UK it managed to ignite a political inferno.
And it's all being driven by a lot of young people who've taken to the streets and have said, we want action.
Texas and Detroit have started replicating our program. It's just a simple program that employs artists to help teach in the classrooms, and the results are amazing.
It's interesting though. I'm kind of glad you went there, because when I was in Beirut, the fighting in Syria had only been going on for a few months.
Anteponer ese bien común, anteponer ese deseo de cortar la cadena de venganza, esa conciencia de que es a través.
At the time, I was getting ready for an exhibition, and I was creating pieces for the exhibition, and I was trying to decide, well, what am I going to do? What am I,
The golden ticket is called an H-1B visa.
Let's start with these recent exchanges between India and Pakistan along the Kashmir border. What do you make of this flare-up?
We are a country of laws, and that the law says that.
Diciamo che poi la scelta di diventare un cantante non è stata neppure una scelta personale.
Chinese civilization and its perspective of life are very heavily integrated with nature. And they emphasize on the word harmony, a harmonious relationship between nature and human existence. So Chinese wushu is built on many of the traditional Chinese philosophies. Wushu has what we call external styles and internal styles. The external styles emphasize power, strength, speed, agility of movement, jumping skills. The internal styles tend to be a lot slower, and they appear a lot softer. But that's just in appearance. They actually require a lot of power and strength as well. Well-rounded martial artist hardly makes any clear distinction between external and internal styles. It's just like the yin and yang, right? They're the two aspects of this unity. I came to Vancouver in 1985. Yeah, that was when I saw my Helen's got cancer, lymphoma. And it's a very aggressive, very rare kind of lymphoma. Cancer to me at the time, it meant death. So I asked my dad a lot of questions. I asked him, where would I be if I die? And, where do I go? Where are you guys going to be? Am I going to just be alone? My dad started me immediately, right, on a program of Qigong practice and as well as, Tai Chi. Every day, my dad would accompany me and would go outside to the parks or anywhere with fresh air, right, because fresh air is supposed to kill cancer cells, and yet not be stalking either. Fortune can be hidden in the misfortune and vice versa. And so it's important to allow the events of life to unfold naturally. When people experience pain, it's very easy for them to escape from it or avoid it. And it actually takes great inner strength to accept things just as they are, right? Accept the good and the bad.